Welcome everybody to World of Tanks subscriber replays. My name is Maxwell, and today's first video is from the user Gudis, or Goddess, probably pronounced Gudis, and he's driving the Type T-34 on a standard battle on Kharkov. Type T-34 being a tier 5 medium tank for the Chinese. Pretty much identical to the T-34, just with a very slightly better gun depression. And that is pretty much it. Like I said, pretty much identical. When it is top tier, this tank is pretty damn good. Despite its, well, it's got pretty average stats all around. Not great speed or agility or armor, hit points or gun. But it is a pretty good all-rounder. You can see Good is taking up an advanced position. Spots out a lot of the enemy early on and is getting some nice hits on this Panzer III now. And I think the Panzer III has finally started paying attention to him. But it's a little bit too late. Gudis takes a shot in the face straight away, and it takes out his commander. Panzer IV-H decided to flank around. Bounced on his side armor because of the angle there. T-82 in the background fires his derp cannon and misses. Gudis not quite quick enough to get a second shot on this T-82. He is able to take out the building and then finally takes him out, and he's got the enemy pinned down by himself. If anybody advances far enough to maybe try and take him out, they're going to run into the guns of his allies. Now trading shots with a Wolverine. Gets a beautiful shot to take out his track. Unfortunately, the Wolverine only takes out Gudis' viewport, doing no damage to him whatsoever. It takes him out. M3 Lee's had enough of it. Enough of his life. Comes around the corner, gets himself taken out. Now he's going to square off against the Panzer III-A and that Panzer IV-H. Panzer III-A has his shot. There's a little bit of damage. The second one doesn't. Gudis takes him out as well. Now he's got to try and focus on this T-28 in the background. As he's doing that, the Panzer IV-H decides to flank around, but he's not quite quick enough. Fires over the top of him. He gets taken out by the Panzer III that had flanked around. And now, after that little bit of quick and bloody exchange, it's time to press down on this T-28, try and take him out as quickly as possible. That was very fast and very furious. Gudis firing on the move. Not hitting that one, just thanks to only the very top of the T-28's turret being visible. Does see a T-34 making a run back for his own lines here, so Gudis should be able to get some shots onto him. Again, T-34 focused mainly on the guys in front of him. Gudis is able to take advantage of that and take him out. Finds an AFK Chinu Kai, but decides to switch across to the Su-5 and take out the artillery first. Gets two good hits to take him out and picks up kill number 7. Now he's going to pick off the Chinu Kai, reap the rewards of the free XP and credits for the AFK Chinu Kai. Gets shot after shot into him, and can he do 100% of the damage? Not quite. Looks like the KV-1 just swoops in there in the end and snipes that one away from him. Gudis just saying in the chat there exactly how he feels, but the enemy team does still have 2 KV-1s left, so he may be able to pick himself up a Radley Walters medal anyway, as the KV-1s only have that Panzer and that Panzer IV-H to square off against. It looks like the Panzer IV-H may actually be AFK. So hopefully Gudis can sweep in here and do some damage and hopefully pick up his Radley Walters medal. Sees the back of the KV-1. Even the rear armor of a KV-1 is quite formidable, though. He stops to have a shot at that AFK Panzer IV-H. And Gudis is able to put a couple of good shots through his side armor. Leaves him with only 35 hit points. I think this KV-1 is going to pretty much just focus on the Panzer IV-H here and take him out. Gudis decides that he wants to go and get his Radley Walters medal. Does see there's a KV-1 on his right-hand side, but decides that the risks are worth the reward. Takes one hit. Can he just land one good shot on this KV-1? Misses his first one. Can he get his second? He can indeed, just as he gets destroyed. So in the end, that one all worked out for the best, but he was a split second away from being denied that medal. Probably should have come around the other side of the debris pile, but wasn't thinking about that at the time. The last KV-1 is wreaking havoc, but he's got so many tanks to square off against now with only 57 hit points. It's just a matter of time. There we go. That is GG and the victory. 8 kills, 2,500 points of damage, and a very, very well played game from Gudis there, squaring off against many, many tanks in the center of the map and coming out victorious on that one. So awesome replay from you. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Don't forget to stick around, because as always, the score screens and another game are coming right up. And our second replay today is from the user When I Say Boom, I Say Boom. That is, when I say boom, I say boom. And he's driving the Chaffee on a standard battle on the swamp. Chaffee being a tier 5 light tank for the Americans. So sticking with the middle tier theme, both replays today obviously tier 5. Chaffee being slightly different though, with it being a light tank, it does get scout matchmaking. This thing does need a little bit of a change. It needs the same change that happened to the VK2801, where it gets bumped up a tier and gets its matchmaking adjusted slightly, as this thing has kind of fallen off the map recently. You don't see many people using this tank for good reason, although it can have some exceptional games when it's in a tier 7 match like it is in now. Even in tier 9 and tier 10 games, if you can just do a little bit of damage and some spotting, because you're only tier 5 and they're much higher tier than you are able to come away with some huge XP scores. Not very good credits, as this thing does not make any money whatsoever. You drive it for the love and for the XP, really. So Boom was heading all the way to the north flank straight away. As you can see, spots out 5 tanks early on. Unfortunately for him, none of his team have decided to go this direction. Only got that Cromwell in the north, the SU-100Y in the south, here in a Panzer Soufflé 5 camping right in the back. Boom going to be hanging around this area. Doesn't want to let these 5 tanks just have their own way and do exactly what they like. But then you've got to pay some attention to the centre as well, seeing as the entirety of the team has elected to head to the south of the map, and the south of the map can't really see this central part very well. Boom going to take one shot at this M5 Stuart. Misses that one, lands his second. Now he's going to focus on this AMX M445. Lands one good shot on the AMX. The AMX misses. Just going to try and wait this one out. Looks like the AMX has thought better of the situation. Doesn't really want to try and duel with the Chaffee, especially with the IS directly in front of him. Now just going to keep an eye here, as there is a Tiger P moving up. This one is a little bit slow to get started, but it does heat up towards the middle. When I say boom, I say boom. Just taking a little bit of time out to have a conversation in the chat, as a Tiger P and an AMX M445 sneak right past him here. Going to focus on the AMX because it's only 17 hit points, able to take him out fairly quickly. Now going to have a look at the Tiger P. Looks like the Tiger P is focusing on this Crusader. So Boom is going to be able to get some great damage straight through his side armor. Gun on the Chaffee is pretty damn good. Doesn't have the best armor penetration or alpha damage. Able to take out that Tiger P now quickly and picks up 3 kills. As you can see, the penetration on the standard rounds 137, alpha damage 115. On the premium rounds, it's only 185 penetration and 110 damage. So 137 millimeters of penetration is more than enough at tier 7. And even at tier 8, 9 and 10, when you get side and rear armor of some of the lighter armored tanks, you're able to do some good work. Gets a good shot through the side of this SU-152 and then decides to drop back, as that thing is an absolute beast and will be able to take out the Chaffee with a single hit. Does spot out his counterpart here, the VK2801, using auto aim quite a lot here, which is why he's bouncing some shots that he really shouldn't do. He's able to land 2 good hits on the rear of this VK2801, and the VK2801 just dips down behind the terrain there. But it looks like the Churchill gun carrier may be able to take him out. Allied team not faring particularly well at the moment, losing by 1 kill. It looks like they concentrated 80% of their force in the south of the map, and almost all of those have been wiped out now as they've tried to assault into the camping tank destroyer guns right at the back of the map. That's why you don't really push there, as the team that spawns on the right hand side. Boom just going to be trying to cover off the center here. Thinks better of it. As you can see, an SU-152 moving in. Doesn't really want to square off against that guy, but it looks like the SU-152 has elected to go around the other side of the castle here. So when I say boom, is just going to try and come up along behind the SU-152 here. Not quite able to find him. Looks like he's actually a little bit faster than he thought, as he is already around the terrain here. Does finally find him. Not really sure who the SU-152 is looking for, as he comes around the corner here and just tries to fire at the Cromwell, who he probably could have seen from the position that he was in before he started making this move. As you can see, standard ammunition not strong enough to go through the rear of an SU-152. Looks like he can get one through the roadway alone. Takes out his track. The side armor looks like it's considerably thinner than the rear armor, and he's able to penetrate the side armor and pick up a little bit more damage. Still keeping this one fairly even now at 11 kills to 11. IS going to be making a daylight charge across the open field here. It looks like he has found the Panzer Soufflé, and he does take him out. Lands two shots on the IS. One of them is a bounce and one of them is a critical hit. IS not the most accurate creature, so going to flank around behind him instead of assaulting from the front. Looks like the IS is going for the base capture rather than going for the damage. He's doing the smart thing, though, the IS, of reversing up the hill with his front armor pointed towards where the enemy fire is coming from. There is an ARL V39 across the field here, so it looks like when I say boom, he's going to position himself to try and get some hits onto this guy. Lands two solid hits. It looks like the ARL's not going to be able to get back into cover in time. Indeed, he's not, and that's kill number 4 now. And again, this game's still dead even at 13 kills to 13. Churchill gun carrier in the south there, and the Chaffee of when I say boom in the north. Looks like that IS has definitely gone for a base capture there, as he moves into the cap circle. SU-100Y sneaks up behind the Churchill gun carrier and takes him out. Finds the IS here, gets one good hit through his front armor. Now he's going to try and focus down on that commander's hatch, on the cupola of the IS. Going to drop back and head around to the right-hand side of the map here. Just waits till his camo kicks back in and then fakes back left. Just tricking the IS into thinking he's coming around that right-hand side. Obviously doesn't want to actually go around that right-hand side, as that is where the SU-100Y is approaching from. And if he gets found out in that position, he's going to take some serious damage through his side armor. Having to destroy some boxes here just to try and land a shot on this IS, but it looks like he is well hidden at the back there in one of those craters. So it looks like when I say boom is going to have to assault him directly from the front. Still got 40 seconds on the cap clock here, so he's got plenty of time. Just using the terrain to his advantage. Keeping himself hidden until the last possible second. IS still looking forward. Lands one good shot through his turret. Gets another good shot there. Stops just as the IS fired, which is a great little piece of prediction work there. Not quite able to get damage through consistently through the armor of the IS here, but there you go. Just fakes him out, comes back around the rear here, gets another good shot on the IS to take him out, and that is a very, very well played maneuver from when I say boom in the Chaffee. Just faking out the IS just as he fires, and just as he takes out the IS, the SU-100Y crests the ridge there and just comes into play. So very well done to charge the IS just when he did, meaning that he's able to take him out before his ally is able to arrive in the SU-100. Going to come around that right-hand side. Hopefully for him, the SU-100 won't be looking in this direction. Looks like he is kind of looking in this direction. Fires one shot off. Not quite able to land that one. But to be honest with him, still on 100% hit points. Now you see the Cromwell just echoing what I was about to say there. He can take one hit from the SU-100Y. And then with the slow, sluggish speed of the SU-100Y, should be able to get in and around him because he has got a very long reload. As you can see there, takes the damage on the face like a man. SU-100Y comes charging in, but this is going to be all she wrote now. A Chaffee is going to be able to run around an SU-100Y all day long unless he makes some kind of massive mistake. SU-100Y just get death by 1,000 cuts here, getting pummeled all day long. There's nothing he can do. That is GG and the victory. So absolutely awesomely well played game there from When I Say Boom, I Say Boom. Picking himself up 6 kills, Top Gun medal, and almost 3,500 points worth of damage. So absolutely awesome game there from When I Say Boom, I Say Boom. Showing his skill in the Chaffee and decapping twice there. Once on the IS and once on the SU-100Y. So very well played from you. Thank you very much for sending that replay in. Don't forget, guys, if you've got yourself a great replay, then send that in to replay@screenreality.com. The link for that is in the description. Just attach the replay file itself or the link to the What Replay website where I can find that replay to the email, and I can check that one out for you. Don't forget, guys, if you enjoyed this video, you found it useful, informative, you learned something, or you just enjoyed it, think about hitting that subscribe button, because there's a lot more World of Tanks content on this channel. I've been Maxwell, this has been World of Tanks, and I will catch you guys next time.